You know what? We're going to round up this interview, but just before we do and we get into Blackberry Hype, I've got to ask you something, because like on the net, you know, there's a lot of hype going on the net, and right now on Twitter, you can follow me /SK Vibe Maker, you can follow Maxwell D /Maxwell D1, and you can also follow like Wiley, he's on their V-neck jumper. Now, there was a Sunday a couple weeks ago where there was some, you know, I know Wiley gets on and he's very expressive, he's emotional, he talks about, you know, a lot of stuff that, you know, he wants to get into some debates, and he's talking a lot of stuff, like, and then there was a particular instance where there was a lot of arguments to and fro between you and him. Now, what's going on? Because sometimes it might seem like there's a lot of talk out there and a lot of rumours that people feel like maybe you're a bit envious of Wiley's success.
Yeah. No, never in a million years. How can I be envious of my brother's success? At the end of the day, like, he's pulled a few moves behind closed doors that's not very nice. And that all it is, when someone throws punches behind closed doors and you throw them back in public, obviously it's going to look like you're the one that's starting, and etc, etc. But that's his game plan, and that's what he's very good at, you know, that he likes to do a lot of sneaky things. And what it is that in 2008 he called me out of the blue. I think, no, when he had his success with Rolex, he called me out of the blue. I haven't spoken to Wiley for a while before that, and he was just gassing me, come and meet me, brought me to Manchester, brought me to his yard, we sat down, he said, yeah, I want to do this, I want to do that, he just gassed. But we all know Wiley's just known for gas, but he gassed me so much, I thought, you know, I'm going to give this guy a chance to redeem himself throughout all these years, because he don't owe me anything, he doesn't owe me anything, but he's pulled more than a few moves that I thought, fussy, you get me? But I've just ignored it because it's just Wiley, innit? But we all know Wiley for being Wiley, but it gets to a point when you get older, it's like, nah, forget that, not around me, and don't bother me, innit? Like, you just like, why are you phoning me for? What do you want to do? Stunt on me? Floss on me? What is it? What do you want from me? Anyway, I went Manchester, he gassed it, and he just done his typical normal Wiley part, which is like, you know what I mean? I'm like, was meant to be doing stuff, phoning a man, and then he just ringing out, and just doing all that pop, and then when I phone, he's like, yeah, I'll call you back, and he never called back. And I mean, I'm a big man. Certain people get slapped, like on the road, you couldn't do that to someone, they'll slap you. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is music, so people think they can get away with it. So what happens is I just made a vow to myself. I said, right, that's it. There's no more friendship between me and my man, because he doesn't know what's going on in my life. He don't know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? As I said, he just bothering me. Like, why are you bothering me for? So it's got to a point where I just said, yeah, that's it. So, yeah, man, basically the whole thing on Twitter, I just haven't got a chance to catch up with him or connect with him in any shape or form, because obviously he's doing whatever and I'm doing whatever. And Twitter, you know, you can contact people, and obviously I said something and he didn't like it. And then he tried to have a go at me, and I had to go back at him, and we just arguing. And then he deleted himself for a day. So, you get me? We had to realise the partigan. And then he tried to come, and then that's it, and that was it. And then his manager starts gunning me on Twitter as well. I mean, like, I just thought I must have really rocked their boat. But as I said, Wiley, nothing physical. Don't even hate the guy. I just dislike him for what he's done for me personally, and I just don't respect it, and I don't like his attitude and his arrogance. And I think he's very talented at what he does, and I like his music, but I just don't like him as a person because of what he's done towards me, and I just had enough, and that's it. So all the stuff that me saying is just like personal issues between me and him. So obviously on the outside, people don't know what's going on sometimes inside, and that's my explanation. And people might think it's not of a good enough explanation, but personally I think it's a liberty taker, and that's it. That will never be a Maxwell D and Wiley linkage or collaboration or anything like that. He thinks he's better than me, and him and his fans and his world, that's great. But I know in my heart what I'm capable of, and he knows. That's why most people would never hear Wiley diss, because he knows it won't end there. Not take to the streets, but it just would not be over. And he doesn't want to bring me in his world, because he knows that I will just be big. You get me? Straight away, I will get, and that's why I'm saying he does it in his little world. He would never come and step and cast somebody like me. No way. He doesn't even want to give me that exposure. That's how deep this bad mind thing goes.
You know what? It sounds like maybe you lot could maybe sit down. Like maybe you need to sit down face to face.
We've done that. We've sat down face to face, and he's given me the left cheek. You know what I'm saying? We've sat after all the years. He's done moves like told me that he's going to a booking. Like this is like recent like years. Told me he's going to the booking. Yeah, I'm coming to the booking, man. I said, why? Don't make sure you turn up. We all know why you don't turn up, because I've got another booking to do. And the guy's gone, yeah, I'm going to turn up. When I got to the booking, no Wiley. Do you know where Wiley is? Wiley's at my other booking. It's not like to say the booking was for him. He's phoned up the promoter and said, yeah, you know what, fam? Let me come there and perform Rolex. But the booking was for me, because he asked me, well, where are you performing? I said, I'm performing in Thing, and I got another performance in Thing. And he slightly said on the phone, you shouldn't go to that one, you should go to this one. And I was like, nah, I'm going to go to that one, because you're going to go to that one. He's like, yeah, I'm going to go to that one. Made me go to that booking, didn't even turn up. Little things, just little things, like Eskimo beat, that was me. He gave it to me. I'll run around with it, school tours. The whole Champagne Dance. He never turned up to not one school tour. He never turned up to none of it. I promoted that tune. I was the main character at the time. I helped get that to number 13 with the rest of the group. He was running up and down the radio with Dizzy. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of other things that people don't know. But as I said, it's isms and schisms that don't really mean nothing now. It's just that he pulled a move and I draw the line and that's it. So yeah, sitting down and talking, I can't see that happening because I don't like him. I really don't like him, and I don't rate him. So you're not gonna get nothing nice out of my mouth, and it ain't hate because I like his music, and I think he's a good guy when it comes to the music scene, and he's talented and he's good at music. But personally, as a person, fussy.
So like, you know, you mentioned back in the Pay As You Go days, Champagne Dance, you was the main man. That's what you said.
Definitely, there's no.
Since then, like we're talking a good nearly a decade later.
No, 7 years.
You know what I mean? Well, you know, near to a decade, 7-8 years. Wiley's had a lot of record deals,
yes,
and I'm sure Maxwell could have done with some of those record deals as well. Maybe would have done something different with those record deals, and I don't think you can deny Wiley's record.
Nah, Will, man, I'm not gonna knock him. I mean, like, he's done what he needed to do. Like the how can I say, the segment and the run that Wiley's had has suited him. I don't think I fitted in the grime scene, and I didn't run with it. Like, if I wanted to, and I really wanted to, I could have had all the clashes and swung for everyone when it was time to. And I didn't want to be a part of that because I didn't think that was really me. I don't think that really suits my style. Yeah, I can swing, and I don't think reggae was really on a grime thing. I think the reggae thing kind of ended with early grime, and then went on to doing this like kind of rap style / grime, and I'm not a rapper or anything like that, so that weren't really my style. So yeah, he was out of my segment, out of our world. You might also say he was the only one to continue doing it, and he just brought his own. He took the whole base of this change, which Pay As You Go come with the change. We was the last crew, and we changed it musically. What Slimzy stuff that Slimzy was playing, the narrow stuff, the Hungry Tiger stuff, all this dark stuff of garage, what we turned into. And then he was producing. You got to give him props because he's a good producer too. And Dizzy was producing, and them lot just created, and then they started spitting like they're clashing stuff. And he ran with the whole clashing world. So because he ran with the whole clashing world, he you know what I mean? The scene in the industry were looking at them, and he had his success in it. So big him up for that. Most of it was a failure in the eyes of the charts, and the rest of it, but he's got his ate out of it, and I think he done well. But I still think he's industry hype personally.
I gotta say, man, Maxwell, I like you. You know what I mean? I've spoke to you a lot over the past few years, and I like Wiley as well. You know what I mean? I like both you guys. But what's the situation with Pay As You Go at the moment? Because at the end of Blackberry Hype, you say, you know, there's no William or Major Ace. It's Blake Galero, you know what I mean, and yourself. What's going on?
Nah, I mean, Pay As You Go is a brand, innit? Like, anyone can come home. I can't stop Wiley from coming home to it. I can't stop Genius or anyone coming home from it. We all own that name. You know what I mean? We all built that name. We all own that name. So I was just saying how it was. It was that Pay As You Go, but that's not even flipping. That's just a remix of Ace. Because basically what happened was Ace was meant to, you know, he does a lot of pop. He runs around and he brings about 1,000,001 people out. I mean, he runs around with Charlene Dance and does bookings as Pay As You Go. And he just used to do that a lot. So I just wanted to make it clear in that thing. I just remixed it and said Pay As You Go, no William, which is true, no Wiley, and no Ace. You get me? Just Maxwell D and Plague, because actually at the time when I remixed that bar, me and Plague was doing Frisky Show. And you know what I mean? And it's just like me and him are Pay As You Go. And that's my Nick, that is my boy. I mean, me and him are really, really tight. So it was just a part of bigging him up as well. And it's just, you know what I mean? We're Pay As You Go. Like, that Pay As You Go name would never just dead. Yeah, it might be old and whatever, but, you know, as I said, it's an umbrella. And if all them don't want to come home, they can come home and use what the hell it is.